Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Saturday night, and you are here with Dick Grayson, college student, and Baz. Welcome to the show. It's the Red Cup Review. Like the video. Don't be a hanger-on. Remember to subscribe. Catch us on Facebook, Official Red Cup Review, The Rebellion, where we share a whole bunch of shit, and it's the most raw collector page on Facebook, but the people are nice. We get along. It's family over here. Anyways, catch us on Twitter also at Red Cup Review. So, it's the Red Cup Review show, Baz. What do you got going on for us this week? You got any pickups or what? How's everybody doing in the chat? Make sure to leave a comment and all that other good stuff. What do you got for us, Baz?
Okay, I went to Jaye and I found this bad boy. Marvel. Ooh. The OG Captain Marvel. Yeah, nice figure. I mean, he's got the kind of the thinner buck. Captain Marvel. Motherfucker. Yeah, nice figure. All right. So yeah, he's like the smaller, Spider-Man type, buck.
Right.
But, nice sculpt.
Marvel Legend, recent Marvel
Legend. Yeah, Marvel Legend. Kind of like he's modeled after the artist Ed McGuinness, who drew him.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice figure. I mean, they haven't made too many Captain Marvel figures.
Does he come with any swap outs, any hand swap outs, heads?
Nothing. No. I would have liked maybe the hands that kind of look like, but doesn't come with anything, But it's definitely a figure that's not often made, and it's done well. So I could put him up against my OG Marvel Select Thanos.
Nice. That's the one that came with death, right?
Yeah, and these two actually did a lot of sparring early on in Marvel Comics in the 70s. Thanos was kind of Captain Marvel villain. But yeah, I'm glad to actually pick him up. I've always liked the character. Even though on the box it just says Marvel, he doesn't even get to be called Captain.
He ain't the captain no more.
I know, that's like Shazam. He ain't the captain no more. It's like everyone gets stripped of that fucking title.
Did that? Yeah, right. I'm doing the
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. Yeah. You were able to go right into Target, no issues, threw your mask on and walked around and shopped.
Yeah. There was no what was it only a certain amount of people let in at a time,
yeah.
That kind of thing. No.
Nice,
Target's,
interesting.
Yeah,
very cool.
But online, they do the social distancing, so the lines are fucking huge if it's packed.
Yeah, exactly. You might look at the line; it's wrapped to the back of the store, and it's 4 or 5 people long.
But it looks like longer, and it's this psychological thing, holy fuck.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Any pickups for you?
I don't have any pickups this week. Everything that I ordered is delayed. I got that again. I have that Joker figure that got lost in the mail, the Mezco punk rock Joker that's just gone. So I got to wait until the 25th before I even make a claim on it. Then I got to wait 5 days for the claim to go through. Then once the claim goes through, which it should go through, the guy who sold it to me, the Poo Poo Panda guys, he was we're just going to send you another one. You send us the money you get from the post office as your refund, and we'll just send you another one. I was like, all right, fine. So that's cool. So I don't have to worry about,
it's just a waiting game.
The waiting game. So I'm not getting that shit until next month, basically. That's what that boils down to. But the 25th is in a couple of days anyway, so it's no big deal. I also went and I ordered the unofficial Michael Keaton Academy Getting Nuts merchandise that's also been delayed. So I got a t-shirt from them. I got a mug. And both of those have been delayed. I got an email back from the guy today, so I'm still waiting on that stuff. That was a campaign that ran. I shared it on the Facebook page. But whatever, the campaign's over, and I'm waiting on that stuff to come in. Also, last weekend, I went nuts on Ford Fairlane merchandise because I just said, you know what, screw it. Falling behind on my Ford Fairlane Andrew Dice Clay fiending for more collectibles from the things that I like most, right? So instead of getting caught up in the rabbit wheel, the hamster wheel rather, of collecting what's just always new and hot, I went and I went and eBayed a bunch of Ford Fairlane shit. So I'm waiting for that to come in. That doesn't even come in until tomorrow, the day after. I also got a scarf, a Hot Toys black scarf, which I've been looking for years. Believe it or not, fucking years. It's taken me to just find a black scarf with a wire in it to drape over the neck of my custom. I have a kit bash of Ra's al Ghul from The Dark Knight. So I'm going to put the scarf on him. Like, when he goes and visits Bruce Wayne in the first and Batman Begins, and he's like, is Ra's al Ghul not immortal? And he gives his whole soliloquy speech there. Well, I'm trying to replicate that. So I got a nice neckerchief for him, but that's got to come in still, right? Everything's fucking delayed. I'm in the process of also ordering, speaking of which, it's just a fucking waiting game. This is ridiculous. Yep, no one gives a shit. Okay, let's see. V-Bucks card issues with my son. I hate to keep you guys. Here we go. The eBay orders. I want to kind of show you guys that, not just tell you, hey, I bought this, hey, I bought that, but I don't have anything to show you yet, so that's kind of stupid. A couple of the Indiegogo things we did, and that's it. Still waiting on my module cases. I got an update from Module Case saying that it's not going to get to me any earlier than the end of August now, which is just lovely. So they should be getting to America, according to Module Case, by the end of this month, and then they like another month to get their shit sorted and packed up, and then basically I'll be getting it sometime in the middle to the end of August, which is just, it's fucking outrageous. I ordered it last September. This whole thing of ordering and waiting a year is just, I don't know, man. It annoys the shit out of me, And then the regular delays. Oh, Superman. The Superman, Justice League Superman hot toy figure is actually being shipped to the lair, Baz, on the 24th, which is, I think, Tuesday. I think Tuesday or Wednesday or some shit. So I should be getting that for next Friday's show. And then maybe I'll do a review on that shit.
Henry Cavill back in as Superman, so they're probably going to do a Man of Steel too.
Yeah, it's cool, man. We've been waiting for that shit. The speaking of the Superman figure, where was I going with this? Delays? No, fuck it, I forgot. Oh yeah, I hurt myself at work this week. I went out on disability. I'm all right. I just hurt my lower back. And I'm going to be going for an MRI and everything else. It's just a pulled muscle. I can't really do too much, sitting up, getting up, running around, doing all the shit I normally do. So I'm going to be out of work for a while. And the good news for you guys is that me and Baz are actually going to be able to do that movie watch along sooner than later, because now my job's not interfering with anything for a while. So we'll be doing the Batman Returns watch along. And we'll probably be able to do that one. And what was the other one, Baz? Was it Superman 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be able to do both of those, the two watch alongs, pretty soon. We're going to give everybody ample time in case you want to watch it with us when we watch it. And if you want to catch it later on, because it's going to be like an extra, right? So we'll do the Friday night show, and then the extra thing that week will be, something you could either just listen to while you watch it or while you clean your house, or you go just watch it with us. But you guys will know ahead of time. All right. Roll call, Baz. Toy Mafia, what's going on if you're even still there? I know you say what's up even before the show goes live. Trev, how are you? CM Brock, good to have you back nice and early this week. Jez, it's always nice to see you in the chat, of course. Danny Lee, how are you? What's going on, buddy? Danny Lee's one of a few people that voted on our poll. We have a poll going right now to kind of see where the show is going to be shaped moving forward. The show is not changing, but we're trying to kind of cut the fat and move the show in a more chat-friendly direction. So please go and vote on that poll. If you don't see the poll, it's up in the announcement section. That's on the Facebook page. So let's see. And only a few people voted. We only got 3 or 4 votes so far. Trev, okay, we said hello to you. Briscoe, the hand from up north. What's going on? David Rodriguez, what's up, fellas? How are you? How are you doing? And Mike is nerdy was with us. What's going on, Mike? How are you? Okay, Baz, we did all the hullabaloos and hellos. It's time to get into some screen shares and some action figures stuff, because we got some cool news for everybody this week. And we got some cool.
This is definitely like the news and the pickup. I mean, not the pickup. This is the news of the week for me. This is amazing. I've been waiting, I don't know, what seems like a lifetime for this figure to actually be immortalized in plastic. And it's, hello! Richard Simmons! Oh, my God. Look, he's got the tight shorts and those beautiful legs. Oh, my God. It's amazing.
So this is coming from what, NECA?
This is NECA, yeah.
That's awesome.
This is something I'm gonna put up on my shelf, and just it's gonna motivate me to work out.
You are not getting this fucking thing.
Oh, you think I'm not getting? Are you kidding me? I can't not get this. Richard, you complete me. No, man, it's amazing. I used to. My perverted stepfather used to watch this when I was younger, and he used to watch it for the girls bending over and shit doing their work. I swear to God, he was fucking. He used to put this on.
Yo, all right. Okay, so you got. Oh, now we got.
He needs
Richard
rooted
Simmons,
hair.
right? Well, hold on. You got Richard Simmons, right? You got Bob Ross. All right. So what's the under/over on Slim Goodbody?
Ooh, oh my God. It blew my fucking mind. Imagine Slim Goodbody.
I might get him.
Holy shit.
That's I think that completes the 80s trifecta of obscure PBS related characters. It's like their own Justice League of like infomercial related PBS
and they all have like these weird afros. Hold on, we gotta do a screen share of Slim Goodbody for the people who are not in the know. What is your favorite Slim Goodbody story? There he is.
Slim Goodbody.
That's him.
Oh God, they all had the fucking Cousin Larry afro. Everyone in the 80s had this fucking afro, huh?
It's him with the immortal Captain Kangaroo.
Nice.
This picture is when legends collide. And look, you got pictures of Richard Simmons interspersed.
Look at that.
Oh, and look at oh my
God, dude, yo, they're doing this. Someone from NEC is gonna watch this and say, I know what we're gonna be revealing at Toy Fair.
Well, this is like what they used to put on, like when, like in elementary school, they used to roll out TV out for us to watch in the classroom.
Yeah,
you'd see Slim Goodbody.
Slim Goodbody.
That's him, an older Slim Goodbody.
Oh shit!
That's him deteriorating into what his actual bodysuit looks like.
He's turning into Slim Bad Body.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. Is it a Muppet or something? But yeah, he was quite an entertaining fellow.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
But yeah, I'm glad they're making Richard Simmons. He's a funny dude.
They need Julia Childs, I guess. Maybe Slim Goodbody was just Northeast type shit. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
NECA should start a health and fitness line. Well, there you go. He's the next person to get made. Keep your mind right. Your artiste right with Bob Ross.
Who would you put? Wasn't there was this short blonde chick, Denise? Was it Denise something? Shit, Denise Richards? No, that's an actress, right?
Julia Childs?
No, Denise Austin, I think. Hold on. All right, screen share. This show is going off into a strange direction. Okay. 1 second. Denise Austin, you're probably going to recognize her, dude. You've seen her before. She was on ESPN. She would do like a morning, like...
Can we get an up close shot of her
show
or something?
Yeah, hold on.
She totally doesn't look 80s though. She looks too new age.
Here you go.
She looks kind of looks like Heather Locklear a little bit.
Yeah, but she's like a little shorter, more compact version.
Yeah, but where is she from?
Muscular. Dude, I don't know where she's from. Do you know where Heather Locklear is from?
TJ Hooker? What the fuck is he from?
I told you she did like an ESPN morning like workout show.
Oh, okay. I thought we were in like the 80s. You got me into like modern day all of a sudden.
No, this is like late 80s.
Really? She looks that good still? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I better start hitting the fucking treadmill. Holy shit.
Yeah, so maybe they can make a figure of her too. What do you think?
CM Brock knows what's up.
Oh, he's heard of her?
Yeah, he's like Denise Austin. Yes, she's still hot.
Yep, there you go.
Very cool. Okay, so now that we've took you on a nice little trip through memory lane, need to put workout Mongols conversation as an option in the poll. You could add your own fucking options. I just don't want to turn it into a joke poll because I'm trying to figure out where the hell the show's going to go. I still want to kind of build it up a little bit and be maybe a little bit more focused, whether we're going to do toys, more Comics Gate stuff, more movie stuff, while still doing the same shit we normally do. All right. Screen sharing this week. Well, before I even do the screen share, anybody get caught up with that G.I. Joe nonsense off of that app, right? There was like a surprise app where it was like, oh, they announced the new 6-inch first figure from Wave 2 for the G.I. Joe Classified lines, which is going to be Cobra Commander. He's in his dark blue outfit. We'll take a look in a second. But then they said, oh, for an exclusive, you're going to get the light blue version, right? The cartoon, more accurate colors on this specific app. So everybody went and downloaded this damn app. And they were like waiting on Thursday night. And it was like $15 off of the figure if you sign up for the app. Anyways, it winded up being a bait and switch because right before the poll went live, like 2 minutes before, they were like, oh, by the way, this is not the one you're getting. This was a mock-up that was sent to us by the company. You're getting the regular dark blue version. A lot of people didn't see that. They went and bought it anyway. It sold out in seconds. Apparently, within 3 to like 10 seconds, it was completely sold out, which makes no fucking sense to me whatsoever. A lot of people were like getting like denied and then getting text saying, oh, by the way, you bought this figure like hours later. And other people didn't get it at all. And then those people realized they just got the regular version, but it winded up coming out to like $5-6 for that version anyway, even though it was the regular version. So fuck that app. So now on the G.I. Joe Classifieds Facebook page, you just see middle fingers to the app and saying, screw that shit. That's like not the right way to do an exclusive. I was going to buy it like 20 minutes later. I says, not everybody's going to buy this shit. I logged on 20 minutes late and it was already sold out. And then I winded up reading all this shit last night. So there's that G.I. Joe news, which brings me to something else I discovered through through the actual G.I. Joe Classifieds Facebook page, which was this. Hasbro put up a new website called gijoe.hasbro.com, and it's a complete breakdown of all things G.I. Joe. They give you a story of G.I. Joe from the beginning to present day with little bits and pieces and blurbs. And Baz, I think it would be pretty cool for us to do like a show on G.I. Joe where we talk about G.I. Joe through the ages and shit. I thought that would be pretty cool. I figured we got too much on our plate tonight to kind of go through this and do this, but maybe when the first wave officially like comes out and people start getting it in their hands, we'll do a show based on G.I. Joe or something, and we'll talk about the history of the Joes. Then they have a section on comics. They have a section on entertainment, which is basically telling you about the movie that's coming out, because there's the Snake Eyes movie that's going to be out in the fall, supposedly, or some bullshit. And then you have, you go to the product section. You can buy the individual Joes because it links to the Hasbro site. And then the character section. And this is what I thought was really awesome. Not every G.I. Joe, and split into two factions, right? G.I. Joe and Cobra, right? So you can click on the G.I. Joe, you get them, and then the Cobra, right? There's not every G.I. Joe or Cobra classified file for every character. It's only the first couple of characters, and the rumor is these are the first characters that we're going to wind up seeing in the line. These are the figures we're probably going to wind up seeing first. The artwork that is the most finished, supposedly, out of all the artworks we're going to look at here, are the figures that are probably going to show up in Wave 2, and there's speculation on who's going to be in that wave, and we'll talk that as we go on. So here are some of the figures, Baz, that are shown up. And when you click on, when you don't even have to click on, when you just run your cursor over the the character, it goes into color.
They're making Ken from Street Fighter.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Chuckles was in the G.I. Joe movie, so Chuckles is like new artwork from the comic. And Barbecue is obviously the old school G.I. Joe look. So the artwork ain't ready. He ain't ready yet. So you ain't going to see him anytime soon. Right? Then you got here Doc in his old artwork. You got Duke, right? And you got Cover Girl. Here's a perfect example. Cover Girl is out. That's very Jake Scott Campbell looking Cover Girl right there. And then you got Doc, which is the old school art. And then you got Duke, and Duke is very new looking, right? He looks like the new Duke action figure. So any card art that we're going to look at that actually has artwork that's more in line of what Duke looks like here is probably what's going to be coming in Wave 2. So that'll give us a hint of things to come. When you click on the character, for instance, we'll click on Duke here, it gives you a breakdown of their name, their birthplace, their height, a couple little stats on the guy, what he's good at, and then like a little mini biography on the character. Go-to squad leader, right? So they have 20 characters on each side, with a possible 21st character on each side that says like to come, like we're not ready to show you yet, right? So there's that going on. All right. So far we got Barbecue, Chuckles, Cover Girl, Doc, Duke, Dusty's in his comic book art, so he might not be ready just yet. Flint, comic book art also.
What's Dusty? What is that?
Who's Dusty? Dusty was a character like a third, came later on in the cartoon. Like I think after the cartoon movie, actually, he was like one of the newer wave G.I. Joes. He's like a desert commando.
Right. Okay.
Flint. Actually, no, he's not. He didn't come later on. He was in one of some of the earlier episodes, I believe. I don't know. He was known for having that hat he's wearing now. He has like that shit that comes out the back. It's kind of like a fabric or some shit. His toy had like the little fabric that came out the back. Anyways, Flint, Gung Ho, and if you notice, Gung Ho is in a redesign. So Gung Ho is probably going to be in Wave 2. What?
That's terrible. That doesn't look like Gung Ho.
Oh, I like. He's got the hat. He's got the goatee. Instead of a black goatee, it's brown. Right, and instead of camo, he has camo pants. So instead of being camo on top and bottom, he has the camo pants. Let's take a look at the character.
Yeah.
Right, camo pants. So instead of being camouflage top to bottom, there you go. And he's probably going to come with his. What does he have? A grenade launcher, right? And he's usually bald, but we can't see his bald head from here. So we'll see. You know, you got to remember too. These are all like semi redesigns to bring G.I. Joe into the 21st century, and they talk about that too on the website. They give you an idea of like, you know, like bringing G.I. Joe into the new millennium and all that BS.
Nah, Gung Ho's got to look like a village person, man. This is bullshit.
Oh, stop with that.
Gung Ho has the. Wait a minute. He's got like the freaking. He's shirtless, and he's whatever. Fuck this.
With the tattoo on his chest is what you're saying? Yeah. They don't want them looking like 80s village people anymore, dude.
Then what's the point?
Oh,
what is the fucking point, bro?
Do stop. This
is bullshit. This line is ruined for me now.
Stop. Good. Don't
Can't even get. What are they going to do with Shipwreck? They're going to fuck him up too?
You know what's funny? Speaking of Shipwreck, I don't even think he's been announced, so he might not even be coming anytime soon. That is
good. Good, because I don't want them.
I want them all.
So General Hawk is going to be on his way again, still in cartoon in comic book version. This girl Helix, I don't know who she is. She kind of looks like Rogue, right? I guess it's just to add another lady to the see maybe she's a character from the comics. This looks like her comic art.
That's Gung Ho. That's Gung Ho, people.
I don't know what you
forget. Never forget.
Hold that up.
That's Gung Ho, bro.
It's the same guy, except he's wearing a turquoise T-shirt.
Yeah, Gung Ho don't wear. Gung Ho's too manly for fucking T-shirts, bro.
Oh my god.
Get that shit off. All right, Jinx. The Jinx looks dope.
All right, so here's this isn't original Jinx. Jinx is updated with a new design, right?
No,
so what do you think of the new Jinx design?
She looks good.
I think she looks pretty good too. She's pretty much hits. You know, she's supposed to be a blind fighter girl, I guess, as opposed to just keeping her in her like red ninja outfit, small girl, red ninja with boobs. She's now more of her own character, and I'm fine with that. Let's see.
Hold on.
What?
Why you passed Hawk, bro? Hawk is one.
I just talked about Hawk. You didn't comment on him. I said General Hawk is coming, but he's obviously in his. This is a comic book drawing of him, so he's not ready yet. So he's not going to probably be in the next wave, but he'll be on his way.
I remember being pissed off when the cartoon came on, and Hawk wasn't really like the leader of. He wasn't leading G.I. Joe into battle because they put in Duke. Right.
Yeah. But Hawk kind of was regulated to a desk job. He became like Murtaugh, kind of like I'm on my way to retirement, kid. Lady Jaye. Again, in comic book form here, so she'll be on her way. As long as they kind of stay semi to this style, I'm down. Ripcord, pretty cool. Interesting choice of character. Obviously, Roadblock was in the first wave. See how the artwork changes.
Cool. Roadblock's awesome. Lady Jaye, what does she do? Is she just not Scarlet, or
you never really watched the cartoons? Like she was.
I don't remember them too well.
Right, yeah, and I know. They're more on the forefront of my mind because me and Grayson have kind of watched them, semi-watched them a little bit recently, semi-recently rather. We've been going through them. All right, so here you go. A master of blending in wherever she goes, so she's covert.
Oh, master of disguise, okay.
Right. she has like those spears, and like a spear she throws can have like a net or like a bomb, a grenade spear. Or she was like a javelin thrower. And
I don't think they used her that much, man.
She was always teamed up with
Flint.
With Flint? Exactly. That was Flint's girlfriend, basically. Or at least it alluded that they were together. I like Lady Jaye. I mean, you know me, I like girls with short dark hair. Okay, so there you go. Scarlet, obviously in her modern day mock-up, right? So we know she's coming in wave 1. Sci-fi, interesting choice of a character. Again, this is a very old comic, so he's probably on the back burner version of him. But you know, I don't know how they went along and chose these characters. Maybe they did like a poll or thought what sold a lot back in the day. I don't even know.
Rock and roll is awesome. Wasn't he like explosives expert?
Yes, and this is an updated look for him too, but it's an updated comic book. Obviously, this is his comic book updated version. The original Rock and Roll was like just in green army.
Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, it was a very
Sergeant Rock.
Yeah. Right.
Looked like a Vietnam vet type character.
Exactly. So here's your updated version of Rock and Roll, and obviously it's going to be updated even more for the figure. Okay, Snake Eyes again, the new Snake Eyes, right? Then you got Stalker, an OG GI Joe. He's doesn't get
what a name to have, Stalker. Right? Stalker, especially nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. Oh look, man, you know.
Hashtag me too. Stalker has been stalking me for months.
And Wild Bill. What I find really cool about them even considering Wild Bill is that, you know, it comes hand in hand with Wild Bill, and that's a giant, massive G.I. Joe transport helicopter. So we'll see where that goes.
He's like the Murdoch. He's like the Murdoch of G.I. Joe, right?
Right. So now what I found interesting about, now we're looking at like the good guys, right? There was only one good guy that was updated, right? Which was Gung Ho with the modern artwork. Everything else was kind of comic book style or like Barbecue here, original art, right? So the first wave of G.I. Joes had 4 Joes and a Cobra. There's only one G.I. Joe, though, out of all these other G.I. Joes that has the modern art. So they're saying that, coupled with the fact that Gung Ho was on the back of the packaging for the first wave, in the artwork, he's probably coming in the second wave. So that's possibly our first figure in the second wave is Gung Ho. Moving along to the Cobra side, you got the Alley Viper, which is updated. This is all updated art, and that's pretty awesome. I always like the Alley Viper's look. I like the color orange, so this is a very modern take on this character. Then you have the original Cobra Bat, so that might be on the way, just not soon. Obviously, you have your updated Cobra Commander. You got Buzzer, right, which means there's your first look at your first Dreadnought.
It's Buzzer.
It's Buzzer. Oi, he's actually from Australia. Baroness in her updated garb, and I want to draw attention to her. What do you think of the updated version of Baroness, Baz?
She looks fun. As long as they get her butt right, we're good. Right.
She's got the, I think this is pretty awesome. She's got a pauldron with the Cobra, with the fang out. I think that's kind of dope. She's got gold trim, horned. Now they gave her horned rim glasses with the gold trim to give her a little bit more color. And she's got twin, looks like she's got twin, handguns that could holster on her back, which is pretty dope. So Baroness is possible for Wave 2. So that's 3 Wave 2 figures so far, theoretically. Gung Ho, Baroness, and the Alley Viper. Moving along, Cobra Troopa coming soon. Obviously in his older look, right? Cobra Viper, nice. Different army builder figures. Destro, your updated Destro. I like the fact that they really kept what was integral to Destro. They kind of really didn't redesign him at all. They kept very integral to what his outfit originally was, which was pretty cool. All right, here's where it can get a little dicey. There's the Red Ninja Viper, which is also a possible candidate for the next wave, right? So that would make 4 figures. This is the updated Red Ninja. I never even knew there was a Red Ninja Viper, but here you go. A cool ninja character that you could maybe even use for like the hand or something with your Marvel Legends, so that's always awesome. An updated look for Major Blood, but this is his comic update, and I think he looks fantastic here. And then here's where, oh no, wait, still, no, not yet. Here's Firefly. Is an updated look for Firefly, but again, this is how they updated him in the comics. right? So you got Firefly possibly coming soon. Then you got Ripper, another Dreadnought, updated look. Then you got Road Pig. I'm guessing he's another Dreadnought. I don't remember this character in particular. Sand Scorpion, nice little design on this character. I don't remember him, but he's obviously a comic book guy. He's got a nice little design there. It kind of Masters of the Universe. Who was that lobster guy with the claw? Clawful from Masters thing going on there. Okay, then you got.
Hold on, Robert Just a Fan says, "I thought Major Blood was killed."
Yes, he was. He was, but I'm guessing it's just like they're not going to just kill. This is for the toys, you know.
It could be a different continuity. The toys probably has its own new continuity.
Yeah, exactly. Own new thing. The Crimson Twins obviously will be on the way. That's pretty awesome. All right, now here's where things can be dicey. Storm Shadow. Here's your updated look at the new Storm Shadow.
They gave him a tattoo.
They gave him this one arm sleeve tattoo. They gave him the Mortal Kombat face mask, and they gave him the Batman gauntlets. So he's got the Batman fins on his forearms, both forearms has it.
That's
and
weird.
The Sub-Zero face mask. So
that's weird. That's weird, man.
What's that?
That's like a ripoff. They're ripping off Batman.
Oh yeah, with the spikes, right? On the
that was created for Christopher Nolan's series, right? The spot being able to use the spikes on the gauntlet as
yes, as actual weapon.
Like it's the sword as weapon. Yeah, that's a ripoff.
Well, I mean, you'd say rip off, or is it maybe influenced by? Maybe they thought that was cool. 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. He does have a little bit of a skirt thing going on, and as long as they do that in cloth, it won't hinder the articulation on this figure, so that would be fine. What do you think of his face?
What, Scorpion?
Yeah, what do you think of the Scorpion Sub-Zero look?
It's fine. He's good. As long as he's wearing all white.
Right, exactly.
He's the fucking ninja,
He's got the bow and arrow thing. He's going to have all of his little gadgets and shit, his shurikens and his size. He'll be fine. I agree.
Does he come with a bow, hopefully?
Well, he comes with a bow and he comes with the arrows on his back. He better come with a bow.
That'd be nice if you could actually pose him in a bow and arrow stance.
Right, exactly.
Shooting the bow. That'd be nice.
Scrap Iron, which is in his. This is obviously comic book drawing. So Scrap Iron will be on the way, just not anytime soon, but not super soon. And you got Torch, an updated comic look for Torch, Zorana, comic style, and Zartan. And Zartan looks like, he's got his, so there you go. And then here you go, classified files of coming soon. Those are like your who knows what's coming soon type bullshit. But there's only one card on each side. So maybe it'll be Shipwreck for G.I. Joe. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Serpentor for the Cobra. So there you go, Baz. What do you think of the assortment of actual choices they're using for these figures?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I like it. There's some characters that I don't remember, or some new characters, but it's the right amount of primary, characters that most people know.
Right, exactly. Rob Just a Fan. Who's better, Storm Shadow or Scorpion? Who would win in a fight?
Scorpion.
Yeah, I guess so.
Scorpion went to hell. He's a fucking demon. He's like Ghost Rider and shit.
Yeah, I know. He's like cosmic level now, right?
Supernatural, yeah. What, a Predator versus Storm Shadow? I'd say Predator. He's a fucking alien.
I don't know, man. Arnold beat him.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But in general, I don't know. I'd pick an alien over a human being.
David Rodriguez, I really want to collect this line, but damn, I just can't get into another line.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money.
Well, I looked at it this way. If you're going to do, I was talking to my brother about this. If you're going to do the G.I. Joes, I'm not going to be all in on this either. There are certain, out of all these figures, am I going to get Barbecue? Probably not. Am I going to get Chuckles? Probably not. Doc? Yeah, possibly. Cover Girl, it depends on what she looks like, because I like cool looking female action figures. Duke, obviously, I'm getting the whole first wave. Gung Ho, I'm probably going to get. Flint is a definite. Dusty he's on the cusp. General Hawk, definitely. Helix and Jinx, it depends on how the actual figures look for them. This is for me at least. Lady Jaye is a must-have. Ripcord, I don't know if I need him. Roblox, I'm getting. Rock and Roll, again, it depends on how he looks. Scarlet, I'm getting Sci-Fi. Nah, I don't know if I need him. Wild Bill, again, I'm on the fence unless he comes with a big helicopter. Stalker, I'll probably get because he's an OG, and Snake Eyes. So that's really all I need on my Joe side. Now,
what does Stalker do? He stalks? That's what he does?
He's one of the original. He's one of the original 5. It was him. It was Stalker, it was Stalker, Duke, like their very first mission kind of. It was Stalker, Duke, Roadblock, I believe. Stalker, Duke, Roadblock, Scarlet, and Snake Eyes. I think that was the original team, like the first 5 for the cartoon. If I'm not
for the cartoon, okay.
Yeah,
not the figures though.
No, this is, I'm going like to the first like 5 episode miniseries cartoon. I think it was called the it was about Cobra putting together like a giant, like they were making like a giant super weapon, and they had to collect all these different pieces to build this like massive. There was the mass device. That's what it was called. MASS, and that was an acronym for some bullshit. All right. Anyways, now this is where I'm going to run into trouble for the villains. I absolutely love the designs of Cobra, and they're going to look great with your other 6-inch figures if you want like guys to like pose with them and villains and shit, because they're just kind of like they're cool generic without being too generic, and that goes for like Alley Viper and the Bat. So I'm probably going to get those. Definitely getting Baroness. Definitely getting Cobra Commander. I'm probably getting all the Dreadnoks. I'll probably get 2 regular Cobra Troopers. The Viper, I don't know if I need him. I want to see what the Cobra Troopers look like next to obviously either Destro or Commander. Definitely going to get Blood, Firefly. Again, the Red Ninja Vipers, it would probably be cool to get maybe 1 or 2 of those to pose next to like maybe even Daredevil, like my Mezco Daredevil, and have him like beat the shit out of the Ninja Vipers. I have Wolverine like pose with them or some shit. Road Pig, I don't need. Ripper, again. Sand Scorpion looks cool. Not a must-have in my book. Scrap Iron is hit and miss too for me. Storm Shadow and the Crimson Twins I'm getting. Torch, again, these 3 all I love.
Serena looks like your type of chick.
Yeah, man. You like them sickies. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
She is all, and it's funny, her real name is Zoe too. I never knew that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I love her style. I love that style, Get to have some nice run-ins in the bayou, in her bayou, if you know what I'm talking about. So there you go, guys. And then you click on products. There's games apps. There's an app for the iOS device.
Like my dinghy in her swamp.
One thing I'm kind of like a little about is that the regular Snake Eyes figure, right, comes with his head sculpt is totally black with a little bit of red, and the visor is black. I'm used to Snake Eyes having the silver, and the variant Snake Eyes has the silver face mask. So I might get some silver paint and paint my head sculpt with the silver mask, or I might go online and just get like a head and pop it on the Snake Eyes because I want him to have the silver visor. I know for some reason that might not make sense to some people because he is supposed to be an ninja, so why have the silver? It's just that my brain associates him with having that silver look, so that's where I'm at with this. Baz, did you pick up any of these figures?
No.
I'm pre-order. Nah, huh? You're sitting back.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of backtracking.
Yeah, but you know what? I think you're going to be all right, like you were with the Black Series. I think they're going to probably drop in price. You might be able to get a couple of them for around the $15, $16 range after, like when Wave 2 comes, the figures in Wave 1 that were a little bit maybe more easier to get, like your Duke or your Snake Eyes, who are 2 to a pack, you'll probably be able to get them fairly cheaply.
Screen share, bro. Check this out. This is
all right. I'm unsharing mine, and I'm actually done with that too. And bam, screen is sharing yours. Go ahead.
This is the original Wave 1 from 1982 of the G.I. Joe line.
This is the original what?
Wave 1.
This is the original Wave 1, huh? So let's see. Who do we have?
Right.
Rock and Roll.
Rock and Roll. Scarlet. Breaker. And there's Stalker.
Yep, there's Stalker.
So you have Grunt, Short Fuse, Zap, and Flash. I remember Flash. And you have Hawk, Steeler, Clutch, and Slam.
Wow.
And Snake Eyes.
And Snake Eyes. That's weird that like Duke and all them weren't even there, man. You know what's funny? I remember that guy, Grand Slam, and the first guy you had mentioned, because I always thought those figures looked like they were wearing like the mitt that you would wear as a catcher playing baseball. I was like, this guy's wearing baseball uniform for some reason.
16 figures in one wave.
Yeah, well, when you're doing 3 and 3/4 inch, characters, I guess, that was the first launch of something that big anyway, So, hey, look, man, I'll take my 5 to a wave. What's funny is that all 16 of those figures probably cost less than half of what this fucking wave is going to wind up costing. Just the 5 basic figures, It's crazy what 30 years or 35 years now at this point will do to an action figure line. All right, keeping it moving because we are on a roll here. We got a lot of people in the house, man. We're going to do another roll call real quick. Lago, what's up, man? Good to see you. Baggy, what's going on? How are you? That's Massimo, I believe, is Baggy. How's it going, buddy?
It's a cool name, Baggy.
Yeah, that's his tag online. All right, I'm seeing Rob, just a fan. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Hey, listen, out of the other people that are watching, drop a comment. We'll give you a shout out on the show. All right, moving forward. Screen sharing again, as promised. The other part of the show, I'm trying to keep it to where, like, hey, we were going to talk about this, and we actually talk about the things we say we're going to talk about. And we don't get sidetracked. So we'll start off with the Loki release. And I want to specifically talk about, after we look at the figure and say what we think about it, I want to talk about whether or not how we feel about reissues and redos and how they sneak these little reissues and redos in there. So did anybody pre-order their Loki figure? In case you missed the first one, this is from the first Avengers movie, but they're calling this the Endgame version of Loki. He comes with a couple of different things, obviously. The outfit is just a smidge different than the first release. And he's got the helmet even looks a little bit different. A lot of people saying he looks like Jared Leto. I think he looks pretty spot on. I think that they're like, oh, that Hot Toys is moving backwards with their head sculpt. So I'm like, I don't know about that. I think that they're actually, at least in the eyes of this character, he looks pretty damn good.
There hasn't been too many Lokis made, right?
No, not at all. No, there has been. Like for the there was a Ragnarok one, there was a Dark World one, and there was the first Avengers movie. What? You got about 10 minutes. And now this one, but there was no all the other Lokis had him without the helmet and without his armor on and stuff. Like he wasn't more the super villain Loki like this one is. And the first Loki on the aftermarket is like $450, $500 or more even now. So it's become a grail figure. So here you go. People that spent that kind of money on Loki, sorry to hear that, because now you have another Loki. Maz, what do you think about Meddleston's the face sculpt? Do you think it looks like the actor? Yes or no?
Little, slightly off.
I think he's slightly off in the jaw. I think the actor's jaw might be a little bit pointier. Mm-hmm. I think he looks like him in the eyes, man. I think they nailed his the eyes in particular. People are calling him fat. I'm like, I don't understand people these days. Like, how is this? This is a fat person? Okay. I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, I think his cheeks are just they made his cheeks a little too big.
Like maybe a wideness in the jaw, perhaps.
Yeah, there's a wideness in the jaw, and his face is more slender than that.
Right. Now you got to remember,
not necessarily fat, but just
right.
He has too much of a hero's kind of jaw thing going.
The counter argument to this that I could offer to that, not that I'm trying to defend this figure in any way, because I don't have a horse in this race, is that this is supposed to be the 2019 or 2018 version of Loki versus the 2012 version. This is the Endgame version where the actor did look different in the role than he did when he was in the first movie. That was an argument put forth by some people in the community. Look, man, I think it looks like Tom Hiddleston. It looks like Tom Hiddleston to me, at least from the top of the nose and up. I think it looks just like him. I think Baz has a point with the jaw on either side here need to be shaved down a little bit, maybe a little bit more pointy down here.
Yeah, he looks like he put on 10 pounds to go up to light heavyweight and challenge for the light heavyweight championship.
For the Mjolnir championship.
Yeah, it looks like he put on 10 pounds of muscle there. And he's got more chiseled in his jaw and everything and shit.
I may be speaking out of line here, but I think that and I've noticed this too with a lot of Hot Toy releases, or a lot of sculpts, at least when it comes to Asian sculptors, they tend to look past some of the imperfections of certain actors or actresses and give like a more stylized, idealistic versions of those characters. Notice how there's not very many blemishes on the skin, if any. So it takes away from the super realistic look, maybe perhaps in either the paint work or the sculpt work or however the case may be. Also, I think that the furrowed brow, I kind of dig a little bit. I think that the eyes maybe needed a little bit more squint to them, maybe a little bit more mischievousness. Like the expression itself, I don't think is just quite gives me that, oh shit, look, it's Loki feel,
It's only one head sculpt?
Only one. But then the helmet goes on and off of the one, which is why the hair is shaped the way it is on the back to allow the headpiece to pop on. So we'll get to that in a second. Comes with the shackles. Here's everything it comes with. Mouth guard, shackles. This is not the first Loki figure to come with that mouth guard either, which is hilarious. I was just telling this guy to shut up. The 2 daggers, the short and long staff. Damn. The Tesseract, which is pretty cool in case you haven't had a figure with a Tesseract and you wanted that. A bunch of different hands in the stand. And the big optic on the stand. What are you doing?
What up?
Yeah, I don't know. He's stolen again, this guy. What are you doing?
What are you talking about, dude?
Oh my god, I gotta fucking mute this asshole again.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, Rob Just a Fan says, to be fair, any smiling head sculpt always doesn't look good. Which brings us to Smilegate. Baz, are you on the up and up with Smilegate?
There's a Smilegate?
Oh, you don't know about Smilegate?
No fucking clue.
Oh my god. All right, so the final product images, I don't have them here. I'm gonna have to go on Facebook to show them, but I'm not doing that. The final product reveals, I'll just remove this for a second, of the Ant-Man figure.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, and the community is in a huge uproar about it. They're like, that's horrible. How could you do that? It's ridiculous. I don't know. When I first looked at it, I was like, all right, it looks like Paul Rudd. And then I was like looking at the teeth and I was like, yeah, he's kind of a little too, hey, man. Looking
just like Christopher Reeve Superman with Mexico.
Yeah, I know, man. It's, oh boy. Dave Rodriguez, cash grab for these companies that are doing reissues. Diamond Select's doing a bunch of reissues of their early figures that were going for big money. Yep, there you go. So, looks great. Not sure how I feel about the Hawkeye. That's from Jerry M. Yeah, the Hawkeye again has a very Asian look to him, Asian-esque.
Is a Hawkeye?
Yeah, the Hawkeye from Endgame. Forget it. He came out for pre-order over a year ago, dude.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. Other things that I want to look.
Ronin? Was he in the Ronin outfit or was it Hawkeye?
Yes, it was the Ronin version. Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Other cool stuff. We looked at other shit last week. I thought this was pretty cool. Abbott and Costello, who's on first statue, which is in 6 scale. I thought that was pretty nice. I would like actual figures of these figures. You got Big Chief Studio doing the figures of Laurel and Hardy. They need to do Abbott and Costello, who's on first. I like the idea that he's kind of in black and white with a little bit of a sepia tone thing going on. I thought that was kind of cool. Get ready, Gray. It's almost on. So, and it's just like when you think of Abbott and Costello, you think of you got to think of who's on first, right? So that's pretty awesome. And it's in 6 scale. So that's cool. So you get 2 characters in that 6 scale thing there, right? Also up for pre-order, Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth, I guess, print. A Phoenix print, this Absolute Justice battle. I have an issue with prints that look like this. It's just, I get it. It's just, and I get the artwork and all that shit, but to me, it's just a bunch of faces. It's like, could you, like, I don't know. Like, I look at this and I'm like, it's everyone's face, but like, I don't, it's like a blur of faces, right?
Show it to me. I don't know what you're talking
about. Oh, wow, I'm not screen sharing? Oh, shit.
No.
Did I just talk about Armadillo and not show anything?
It was nothing. Literally nothing. I thought you were going to start yelling at me and shit.
Hold on a second. I just looked at that whole Armadillo thing and nothing was on the screen?
There was nothing, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing! Nothing!
Oh,
that
shit.
You can threaten me with.
You're supposed to tell me, yo, I'm not getting anything, Rob. All right.
I was busy daydreaming, bro. I got priorities.
No, I'm trying to fucking get your opinion about this shit.
This looks awesome. I fucking want this. It's beautiful.
You like to see the problem I have with it is just
the classic face-off, bro. I know
but
it's just the faces.
See their fucking outfits. That's the problem I have.
All right, but it's still cool. It's still cool. It's still something different from Alex Ross.
Right? Yeah, I guess. I mean, you see Shazam and Black Adam. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you see them. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
I don't know.
You really need to see Superman's outfit. You know what it fucking looks like.
I don't want to see his face. It's just this fucking guy. All right, so obviously it's Superman because it's none of the other fucking heroes going down the line. How do you know?
Cheetah. I love that version of Cheetah, man.
Yeah,
but not for $150. I'll find a high res, like fucking.
Well, this is how much fucking art prints go for, man. Like Yeah,
I know. I'll get that offline and I'll just print it out and then put it in. Just put it in a frame.
Nothing like blatantly saying rip off people and just print your own shit.
Exactly.
So you got this is my favorite iteration of Cheetah, where she does the blood sacrifice and all that shit. Love it.
Oh, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's really awesome. And I love this comic too. Me and Grayson are in the middle of me reading him this story. This is from obviously Justice.
Yeah, I gotta reread that.
Okay, so now that I fucking spoke about Abbott Costello like an asshole, here's the Abbott Costello statue that I was talking about. I'm talking about sepia tones and shit, and you're like, yeah, I love Abbott Costello. Fucking asshole. So
I can't wait to rewatch that later. Like you're talking, all this shit's just nothing.
So there you go. Right? Who's on first? All right. All of a sudden, I start talking about Abbott Costello with absolutely no context whatsoever.
Okay, this is where they fucked up.
Oh, I gotta go back to it now. Fucking tell me what you think, asshole.
Abbott does not look pissed off at all. Like he should have like an angry face because Costello is annoying the shit out of him. He just looks like he's fucking. He looks like he's Captain Marvel.
Oh I see what you're saying. Right.
There's no expression. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
I mean, at least like Abbott has
too plain faced, waiting for him to say what he's saying. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, there's no character there. You know, so.
It's too. You know what's funny is that I think they nailed Costello though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like they nailed like even with like the facial expression and how he's talking to him in that scene. But you know, whatever. To each his own. I want 6 scales of these guys, so that's what I'm holding out for, and hoping one day for. All right. Other things coming soon. The Taskmaster premium format was shown as a preview.
Mm-hmm.
And here's your preview. I think he looks freaking awesome. I don't know.
He looks cool, but who the fuck's gonna buy a premium format for Taskmaster?
Apparently, you don't follow the people who are the must-havers
that buy everything.
That buy everything exactly. So
must have, must
own, instant pre-order, all that bullshit. So there you go. He's a dope looking character. He's a dope character, but look, I gotta give Sideshow credit though. They're giving you a character that you've never really gotten.
He's cool, but he's a gimmick. He's a novelty. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not fucking Deathstroke. All right.
Right.
Taskmaster is cool, but he's maybe after the movie his stock will rise. I don't know, but just from comic appearance alone, he's a gimmick, and he's a cool gimmick.
I want to ask the people in the chat this question myself. I don't understand that, like how you can go goo goo gaga over hit Thor. Join us. I don't know how you can say must have or must own over something that really has no real connection. Like, or unless you're just collecting the entire Marvel universe, like Bowen had that, but Bowens were also much smaller and much cheaper. The Bowen statues, where like, I'm gonna get a $50 Jackal bust because I had in a Taskmaster because I wanted to have the entire Marvel universe or something.
Jackal.
Or whatever, yeah. Like he made, Bowen made everybody, bro. He made the leader. Yeah. He made every freaking character you can imagine. I just don't understand spending big money, even though it looks awesome. But all their shit looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
On a character that really there's no connection to. Like he was only in a handful of comics, and it's Taskmaster. Again, it's not like, but then again, this is coming from the perspective of people who also don't collect statues. But even if it was a Mezco figure, I would have to kind of give it the second, the double take, because it's like Taskmaster's cool, but is he over hundreds of dollars cool? I don't know.
No, I'd get like a Scarlet Witch or a Thor or a Cap.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, they're more popular. They're more the mainstream.
For a villain, Doctor Doom, Magneto, yes, but C-lister, nah.
Yeah, he's kind of down on the list, man. He's way down on the list, I
mean, I'd get a Pyro before Taskmaster.
Well, there you go. You got like Pyro came out for Iron Studios, but the Iron Studios figures are $150, and if you're doing an X-Men display, the Iron Studios statues make sense because they're expensive, but they're not really that expensive. They're not $600 and something, And then even if you had the money and money wasn't an option, do you really want a 25-inch Taskmaster in your house? Unless you're the world's biggest fan of the Taskmaster, unless you just got, let's say, Taskmaster and maybe the Captain America premium format and had them facing off with each other, and then that was it. And you're like, fuck it, I'm going to get Taskmaster to go against Cap. Then I could kind of make my way mentally through that. And yes, Taskmaster Mezco will be an instant sellout because he's going to come with a shit ton of fucking accessories. You could bet your ass.
Robert, just a fan, says C-lister, LOL. So he's not what would you classify him? If he's not
no, he maybe just laughing at the fact that we're calling him a C-lister.
That's true, but he is a C-lister, no?
No, yeah, totally fucking C-lister. Again, I want to point out that, one last thing, one last thing. A few weeks ago when Dan Fraga was on the show and we were talking about statues being in the same pose, here we go, 1 foot up with the pointing, right? He was like, the hero point pose. He was like, that's very, but although I will excuse it on this one because he does have a really awesome sword and he's kind of pointing it at your face, and so then I'll excuse this one. To me, this doesn't look as derivative as some of these other statues have been. This one looks a little bit more unique. I don't know if it's because he has a busier costume or because of the sword or whatever the case may be, But a lot of figures have that 1 foot up and pointing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough Taskmasters.
Not Skeletor. See you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Mind you, look, I like Taskmaster. I think he's cool. But...
Yeah, if he was in a comic, I'd be like, oh, cool, Taskmaster's in this issue. That's kind of dope, Or Taskmaster rolled up on a couple of Avengers and busted their asses. I get it, but again, I don't understand the certain things.
Release that. I'm dying to see that Scarlet Witch movie, man. That whole wave is out too. I saw the Target the other day.
This is pretty interesting for somebody that comes from a hip hop background. It looks like they have a 1981. They have statues coming out now. 1981 Elements of Hip Hop statue. So this looks like it might be the breakdance element. This is pretty interesting to me because it looks like somebody's breakdancing. Elements of Hip Hop statue collection by Justin Bua. 1981. This one's a breakdancing one, and it looks like they have. Here's your break.
Hold on. It's chicken fried steak. He's saying, yo, what's chicken, guys?
Oh, nice. What's up? Then they have the DJ, the artist, which is the graffiti artist, obviously, and the MC. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know if I've completely hung up my mic enough to not want to give this a second look, but that is pretty dope.
What is that,
looks like him, too.
Oh,
no, it's not any one guy. It's just a guy like... No, it's an MC. So they have the MC, the DJ, the graffiti artist, and the breakdancer. Like a statue collection coming out from this guy, Justin. That's looks like they're going to form all the, the 4 elements of what it is to be in a hip hop culture.
Right.
So they're not saying what size the statues are. They're not really saying anything about them. They're just saying that they're coming soon. This is in the coming soon section.
I can't wait.
Yeah, well, look, dude, I fucking was a hip hop guy for how many years, so that's what's
I'm dying to find out.
Yeah, and if it was a fucking statue of
Ronnie James Dio,
a Dio. Oh, it's awesome, man.
Hell's yeah.
So, getting off of this now and moving into maybe and perhaps some, if Bazza has any news of the week for us. Baz, anything going on?
Everything is just shitty news, man. So I kind of want to make this just a nice hangout and without bitching and complaining about the world. So I'm gonna keep it kind of easy going.
Okay.
But I did want to share this. Hold on one second. want you to take a look at this and see what you thought of it. It's a 2-pack of Casey Jones and a foot soldier. And this is done in the... Am I sharing this?
Yeah. It's we're on.
Okay. And this is the...
First look,
NECA.
Casey Jones and a slashed foot soldier. Are they going to show... They don't show the figures, though? Oh, here they are.
Yeah, they do. Hold on. So this is the 2-pack.
I love that version of Casey Jones.
Right? Like, he's like straight out of the early comics.
Yeah, man. That's like... that was like the... I always pictured him as like a vet from like Nam or something. You know, you crazy lawbreakers, like some fucking just sick fuck that, like, you know, is like a half bum living in the street that'll bust your ass kind of character.
Just a dude, just a regular fucking gritty dude who puts on a hockey mask and takes like shit in his closet and puts it in a sack and goes out, right?
And fucks people up. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something so Morris Park and Bronx about that, right?
Oh, it's wonderful. So street level.
Yeah.
That's why, fucking, what's his name? We love Arrow and shit, but that dude sucked as Casey Jones.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see the movie.
He's way too clean cut.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They made him, like, very, like a new age hipstery version,
and they made him a cop, too.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, no. What's up with this? So he was like a foot soldier robot who got slashed in half?
Well, that's where the foot soldiers were in the cartoon. In the cartoon, they were
really?
Robots. Yeah, they had to make them robots.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. In the cartoon, they had to. I just recently watched the episode on the Turtles, the Toys That Made Us on Netflix, and they give a whole breakdown of what they had to do when Eastman and Liard created the Turtles and how it was gritty, and like Shredder dies in the first episode of the first comic of the Turtles. And then they had to find a way to bring him back, and then
they throw him off the building, right? In the first comic.
Yeah, which they did in the movie also too. But they for the cartoon they had to like brighten everything up, kind of, so they're like, you can't have the Turtles attacking people; they got to be robots, so they could just like hit them with their weapons and they'll explode and shit. He looks fucking awesome. Double jointed elbows too. Jesus Christ!
I recently watched the new Turtles, and it wasn't that bad, man. The first one is pretty good.
Which new Turtle?
The new movies.
Oh, the one that you're talking about that had Casey Jones in it with
no, but that series, but the first one.
But the first one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't like these giant fucking hulking turtle characters that are supposed to be ninjas. It's like, really? This is what we're doing? But, it wasn't bad. It did have its entertainment value, though. I will admit that. It's like you're watching.
It was pretty epic.
Fun. What size are these figures?
Probably like 7.
7? I may have to get this 2-pack just for that fucking Casey Jones, though, man. Damn it.
The Casey Jones is for the movie. The original movie series is coming out too, with the one with Raphael.
Yeah,
the trench coat. That should be hitting stores next week, like Walmart. I think it's a Walmart exclusive.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I got a turtle set. My turtle set is the what is it? SH Figure Arts, I believe they are. I think it's Figure Arts versions of the 2012 Turtles. That's the cartoon that I went like goo goo gaga over. And I got those as my turtles, but I've always kind of wanted a Casey Jones to go along with them. All right, yeah, they're 7 inches. So I'm hoping that Casey Jones doesn't look too much bigger than the turtles if I put that Casey Jones with those turtles. Because I didn't like Casey Jones in that cartoon in particular.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with Kevin Nash? That's Kevin Nash.
That's Kevin Nash, yeah? Super Shredder.
Yeah, he played him in the movie. Yeah, Super Shredder is Kevin Nash. Yes. Looks good. That's the movie version, right?
Yeah, and they got a 2-pack with Raphael, Michelangelo.
Nice.
Another one with the 2-pack with foot soldiers. That's awesome.
That's good because it's build it's like, you don't have to buy like keep them together so you don't buy like multiple turtles just laying around the house and shit to get.
Yeah, you buy 2 of them and you got 4. You got a gang of 4 right there ready to fight.
Exactly, that's dope. The let's see, Mike is nerdy. Just check Walmart so far, nothing. Yeah, they don't have them in my neighborhood either yet. say Casey Jones was still a psycho in the cartoon. I know they thought he was nuts. That's my favorite version. You know, the one we just looked at. So that's cool.
How was that cartoon? The latest turtle cartoon where April's a black little girl and stuff.
Yeah.
The designs are kind of like, weird.
Yeah, it went very kiddie kind of. It's like it went very. I can't recommend the turtle cartoon from 2012 enough. That's the one where I made you watch the end of the Turtles, the future shit where it's like Mad Max. That one is more adult-ish. It has its like kiddie moments too, but that one has a lot more of like adult. Like you'll be watching it and going, "Oh shit, they're doing a Big Trouble Little China episode. Oh shit, this one's an Aliens inspired episode. This one's a Predator inspired episode." Like they took that cartoon was made for like people that grew up in the 80s and early 90s to have a turtle cartoon, like a definitive turtle, a more adult oriented, yet still kiddie enough for kids to watch. Turtle cartoon.
I like the Turtles Forever episodes from the cartoon prior, where they had where that modern day turtles met the ones from the from the late 80s.
That's the one I like. That's the ones that's the one I'm talking to you about.
Oh, that's okay. That's the same series.
Was this the 2012 series with the one where I showed? It was like, yo, you got to watch the 3-parter. That one was where the modern day turtles, like those turtles, went back in time and met the old turtles, and they were drawn into like 2D and shit. And there were multiple episodes where they crossed over too. Like there were episodes where the modern day turtles went into their universe where they were now 2D cartoony looking, and then there were ones where those turtles came into like their realm and they were all 3D and they were looking at themselves like, "Oh my god, this is crazy! What happened to us?"
Okay, that's why. All right, that's why I got confused.
Yes, that was pretty.
When they went into their worlds, they became 2D. Yeah.
I'm sorry, it wasn't Figure Arts. It was the Revoltech. There you go, Lago with the save. Yes, those are the Revoltech turtles. Exactly, the ones that have like the ratchet joints and the different heads with the pizza and shit. Those are the ones I got. Can't wait till my kids can watch cartoons so I can catch up. Well, how old are your kids? My kid started watching the turtle cartoons when he was 4, the 2012. 4 or 5 years old. Perfect start. Maybe 5. 5 is pretty good. Baz talking about the 2003 Turtles Forever. Oh, okay. I mean, he might. Okay, that's possible too. If Baz is talking about Turtles Forever, because they did a crossover back then too. They did like there was also been other crossovers.
No, but they met like the Eastman turtles too, like the ones that were black and white.
Yes. Okay, that might have been Turtles Forever. He's talking about
Turtles Forever. Yeah.
Yeah. So the 2012 Turtles also had that same storyline where they were meeting like the turtles through the multiverse, kind of.
Yeah.
Just turned 1, and the next comes next month. Holy shit! Mike is having Irish twins. Congratulations, Mike. One just turned 1, and the next one comes out next month. So there you go. There's his pickup of the week. He's having a child. Congratulations, Mike. Way to go. Everybody congratulate Mike on his child. We'll congratulate you. The show we do next month also. But, that's our preview, coming soon. Mike's going to be a dad again. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful news.
Actually, hold on real quick. Ethan Van Sciver was trying to get the use of Raphael from the Turtles to put into Cyberfrog because he wanted to team up with Cyberfrog because in his universe, where the Vespis, which are these giant alien wasps who take over the Earth and like pretty much run the Earth, only Raphael is left alive, and he has like one of his arms is ripped off. So he has like one arm and shit, and he's like this grizzled version of Raphael, and he's fighting back the Vespis with Cyberfrog, but he hasn't been able to get the use of the character.
Yeah, because Nickelodeon owns the Turtles now. What happened was that.
Okay. That's
exactly. Eastman and Liard had a deal. You got to see the Toys That Made Us, guys. That's that episode of the Turtles was great. It gives you the whole backstory of the creation of the Turtles and what happened with the two of them, why they stopped being friends, and how they started talking again, and all this shit. And Eastman and Liard said they would have to have complete control over the Turtles and where they went, and complete oversight to everything, right? And then at one point, Eastman kind of got a little rock and roll. He got a little too like, I'm young, I want to do other things. I'm not interested in this anymore. So he sold his rights to the Turtles. and he gave Liard a chance to buy those rights and was just like, fuck it, I'm done with the Turtles. And now he consults. They hire him as a consultant periodically, but he doesn't get any I don't know if he gets any modern day residuals unless he's directly involved. So he sold off his share of the Turtles, and Liard, who's the bald guy with the glasses, the older gentleman, kept on to him. And then eventually, when the 2012 Turtles came out, that's when he sold his rights, I believe, to Nickelodeon. It was for like $40 million or some shit. And he was like, no, now's the time to do it. So now Nickelodeon is the sole owners, and I don't think Nickelodeon's going to.
No,
the days of the Pretty Turtles are over at this point.
Yeah.
You know, they're they're into what they're into.
So there was talk about making a new Captain Kirk series called Strange New Worlds, and Captain Kirk. The highlight of it is Captain Kirk's going to be bisexual. Not that I'm against being bisexual. It's just that. Just leave these old characters alone. Make new characters, people. Stop using established characters to promote a social agenda.
I got news for you. We can sit here. I'm coming to the realization that until anybody joins up and grows up and becomes aware of how things used to be and wants things to be not agenda driven. Hey, look, if it's not I can't even say that. It's like, well, I don't remember Captain Kirk ever. I remember him fucking everything. I remember him being a sexual aristocrat, right? So, I mean, maybe he did, play for the other team periodically, whatever. But
no, he didn't though. They never showed it. They never alluded to it.
No, I know. So it's just but then again, are they going to allude to it in the 60s? Are they going to allude to it in the early 70s? They're not going to. That's not how society was then. I'm not defending it. I'm just trying to give the devil his due here. I'm not playing sides. But until people look, this is where it's going. I don't want to say this is where society is going, but this is where the media is going and things like of that nature. You're going to have characters just get reinvented and rebooted as different characters now. They might make Blade Asian, and they might make 2 or 3 white heroes black. And in order to make Blade Asian, or vice versa, or something like it's just going to become the International Association of Heroes going forward. I have a feeling, because I don't know, man. It just seems like this is where the people that are creating things nowadays have grown up in a different time than we grew up. So can we fault them?
No, a lot of these people don't give a shit about the actual characters themselves.
No, they're not respecting stories. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about
the character. Using the popularity of the character to push
their story, what they want to have
headlines.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why there's a culture clash going on right now too. It's not just between making Captain Kirk gay. It might be making a character like, for me, it would be like, why is Batwoman straight all of a sudden? I would go that way too. All right, we're wrapping up.
Is that Catmandu?
Yeah, it's Catmandu. So I would be for it or against it, depending on the story, depending on, like, when they turned Colossus gay in the Ultimates, it was a different universe. So I kind of was like, all right, it's not Colossus 616. Let me just go with it. And I didn't have a problem with it. It was fine. It was when they just said, oh, by the way, Iceman was always gay. It's not a new universe. He always was that way, even though he was dating other people. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird to me, as opposed to just saying this is a new universe with new rules. In this universe, maybe this character isn't as powerful. I mean, Colossus did some shit in the Ultimates. Colossus punched Magneto, and Magneto couldn't hold him back. And he's made of metal. So it's like there are other rules in these other universes. And that's
well, the biggest problem is that if you don't like the idea of that, then they label you.
That's the problem.
That's the big problem.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, they attack the fans that have a problem with it. It's like, it's either your way or the highway. Really, there's no middle ground. Like, you don't understand the subtlety of our argument.
Right.
It's like, whatever.
No, well, because there's no room for nuance anymore. No one has a problem with Miles Morales anymore because he's a great character. His movie was awesome. We're watching him develop. We're growing up with him now also. Like there's growth there, and now there's starting to get history there too, which is nice, you know.
Yeah.
But here you go, Havoc Dog. Kirk was always a sexual free spirit. I can see him doing a hot alien guy. Hey, yeah, there you go.
Was he though? Like, I don't even think he was that much. Like, how many times has Captain Kirk banged chicks throughout the 5 seasons of?
Well,
Star
Wars? You know how
was there 5? I think it's 3, either 3 or 5. I don't know.
You know how guys. It's word of mouth. It's Kirk now.
Yeah.
It's once you're notorious for something, it's he was the the gigolo of the galaxy.
That's what I'm saying, because like they would always, like, the way they characterized Kirk now is like he's like this wild man, Han Solo, kind of like free, kind of like rebellious character. And then you watch the original series and you're like, holy shit, this guy's pretty together and like well spoken and intelligent, and you know what I mean. Like, it's like a caricature of what he really was. Like, he was a little wild. Exactly. But now they're making him like, oh, he was wild all the time, and he's punching everybody and fucking green bitches every day, and like they over exaggerate it.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well, that's modern day. Is take what's a distinctive characteristic that you might remember and just turn the dial up to 11. Yeah. If someone in 10 years was to imitate this story, let's say that story, this podcast that we do, this toy talk we do. And they're like, all right, there was once a guy named Robin Baz. Now we're going to just turn the dials up on their personality. Forget it, bro. Like, you imagine how wacky and out of this world. And then someone would be like, yeah, Baz was a little bit of a wild man. Rob complained and blah, Kermit the Frog every once in a while. But then the new versions of us would be me just going, the new version of me screaming and yelling all the time. And, you just constantly trolling me. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's silly. But it's the way things are, Like, if somebody tried to remake Ren and Stimpy and it was just constantly in your face, with stupid shit and flashing lights constantly, and it was like, yeah, the original cartoon was crazy, but it wasn't constantly beating you in the face,
Yeah, dude, that's it. It's over. Whatever. I really like. Part of me has died.
Listen to me. You have 40 years of history, okay? You have 60 years of history to go back. All right, your time is over. Get over it.
It's done. Kill the past.
All right, kill the past. Your time is over, Baz. Enough. I'm tired of this. This page isn't for this channel isn't for you to exude your bigotry.
Captain Kirk has to fuck green men now.
Your hateful ways.
No, but actually, they made Picard a homosexual guy too. Like, the way he was acting with Data in the latest Picard, it was very strange. I mean, he told Data that he loved him, and it's like it was almost like a romance.
Oh my God!
It was really fucking creepy, man.
Well, look, man, does that make him gay? Data's a robot.
I would do. Listen, I've been friends with you forever. I will never tell you I love you ever. Unless I was really drunk.
Love you, man.
I love you, man.
I love you.
Yeah, but
you already did it, bro. Years ago, you were like, the Delgado brothers. I love you guys for life, man.
Oh yeah. That wasn't gay though. Like, but there's nothing wrong with gay, but it's just like, can you leave the established characters alone and just make new ones?
Yeah.
So there's, you know what I mean? Like, respect the fucking heterosexual characters. So.
Havoc Dog says, you want past killing movies? What Hasbro is doing to G.I. Joe is a crime. I don't know. I respectfully disagree.
What they did to fucking, what's his name? The dude with, what's his name? Fucking Gung Ho is horrible.
Oh, there you go. All right. So you got Gung Ho, but I would say that they look like Sigma 6 mixed with the old versions and a little bit of a new shit.
That's the case where they took a gay character in Gung Ho and they straightened him up. And I'm pissed off. So there you go. See, I'm all about.
I want what I want, man.
Representing the characters how they're supposed to be. Gung Ho is supposed to be a shirtless gay dude with a vest. That's it.
That's some bear, bro. Could you imagine that dude just staring you down at the end of a bar? You'd be in trouble.
Him and Stalker, right? Jesus Christ. It's got to be a porno like that.
I found it pretty funny that they didn't show Bazooka because he was pretty popular. It was Gung Ho, Alpine, and Bazooka was the trifecta. And Alpine.
What a name, Bazooka.
Yeah.
Let me show you my bazooka.
Yeah.
This is my friend Stalker. What's it? Havoc Dog says Joe should not be covered in gold.
Yeah, meh. I don't know.
Yeah.
Only what's his face has the gold, and I'm seeing people do switch outs for him already. Roblox has the gold knee pads and the little bit of the gold in his outfit, sprinkled in. So, look, man, do what I'm doing with Snake Eyes. To me, Snake Eyes has Silver Shield face, so I gotta paint them up, do a little mock up. Why?
Listen, I'm glad they're making them in 6-inch.
Oh shit! And Edwin says why? Because Gung Ho was a Navy guy. In the Navy.
Yeah, he looked like a friggin' village person, man.
Awesome. Look, I gotta go watch fucking SmackDown. I hate all you assholes in the chat. Baz, you know I hate you the most.
Peace. When we doing the Batman Forever?
Batman
Returns.
Not this Sunday because I'm doing a family whatever, but maybe during the week we'll give you guys the heads up. We'll put it on the page so you know it's coming soon. Rob, just a fan. I don't know what to tell you. You don't have Facebook and you're not on any social media other than this. So fuck, man, just hit the little bell to be notified when we go live to do the movie watch along. Obviously, it'll just be our faces here. We'll tell everybody when to press play, and we'll be like, okay, on 3, 2, 1, and we'll press play together, and we'll do a watch along for Batman Returns, not Batman Forever. You fucking retard. What is this? What is that?
That's my Captain Kirk lunchbox, man.
I hate you. I hate you all.
Bye, man. He's not by.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.